What's happening with all my people? Good morning. Hey, we halfway through. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday. We halfway there. Good morning to all my people, man. Salute. You already know what it is. I know y'all was waiting for me to be like, man, where is E-Leezy at? Where G Money at? Man, I need E-Leezy. I'm right here. I'm right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting a little bit late because it just dawned on me. Sometimes, see, when I hop in my car, everything, all the videos that I do, it's like a freestyle. It's not premeditated. I don't write anything down. I just hit, you know what I'm saying, record or play, and then I just start talking, bro, and I just let it flow. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's how I make my content. That's how I make my videos, because then that way, that's how you know you're getting the realest and purest form when you let your thoughts just come to you and you just throwing stuff. You're speaking from a place it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to put on for people. It's not scripted. It's not rehearsed. We just gonna talk. We just gonna talk, and hopefully you connect. You get some nuggets. Take something from it or not, and that's fine, because a lot of the things that I say and a lot of the content that I put out there, it's not for everybody, and that's okay. You can't please everybody, like, and that's what we need to start realizing. See, we fail to realize that there is no one man in the flesh on this earth that can please everybody. There's always going to be something that you might say or that you might do that people might frown upon and be like, I don't know about that. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm fine with that, because I know who I am. I'm secure enough in myself and who God put on this earth. I know my purpose. So I'm not going to come out here and try to be somebody that I'm not just to gain views and clicks and a likeness from people. I'm going to give you my raw, authentic self. So the same person that you see on the microphone or on this YouTube, in these YouTube streets, and I've said this before, it's the same guy that you're going to get in the real world on the outside. I know how to communicate with people. I know how to fit into certain arenas. They might not like it because of my presence might be a little bit, overwhelming or dominating. But at the end of the day, I'm not super loud and boisterous. I don't do all of that. Like, I'm a jokester. I like to laugh a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like to make people smile, feel good. Just about life, because we all go through, certain things, and we have a lot of traumas and triggers, that come up, whether it's in relationships, business, friendships, everyday walks of life. So I know I have an obligation to say, you know what? If I could make your day better, then I did my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did my job. If I can help you get through tough times or anything that you might be going through, then I know I did my job, and I'm gonna live with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But hopping right on into it, man, there's a reason why the LA Lakers are the laughing stock of the NBA in today's modern day times. We would never ever thought that the Lakers would have taken a fall from grace this much. The Lakers organization has been cursed, and let me tell you why. Anything that LeBron touches outside of that has to do with business and money and getting paid, it all takes a fall. The Cleveland Cavaliers, terrible before he got there. Look through some years of losing, right? All of a sudden, boom, they start winning, and because you know the NBA has to market the chosen one. Cleveland. So they start becoming relevant, right? Now and then, what did he do? When he couldn't figure out, oh, I can't bring no championship to Cleveland, I need to go join forces with somebody else. He goes over to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat was a pretty good organization, you know, they had some good coaches, Pat Riley. They already had one a championship, and they've been in plenty of playoffs and meaningful games, you know. And then LeBron James comes over there. And what happened? They become the dark horse of the NBA. A lot of people didn't like them, except for the LeBron James fans and some Miami Heat fans. They didn't like the notion and the fact that, okay, LeBron wanted to come over here, he built the super team, So it was pretty like unorganic the way and the route that they took to win their championship. Salute to my Gizai, man. I see you. So they started off losing. So when LeBron first came here, they lost. They didn't start off winning. A lot of people wanted to see them lose. So what happened? They ended up, you know, having some successful seasons, and they got to the finals, and they went to the finals like 3 or 4 straight times, right? They ended up losing 3 out of those 4 times. Or no, they went 2-2. I'm sorry. They beat LKC, they beat San Antonio, but then San Antonio got his revenge and beat them, and they lost to Dallas Mavericks that first year that they were assembled to Dirk, Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Deshaun Stevenson, Sean Marion, those guys, JJ Barrera, Jason Terry. Right? So they lose. Then what happens? After that second time when they lost to San Antonio, what did LeBron do? He left the franchise cold and dry. Pat Riley said, no, you want too much control. You're trying to hire and fire all of the personnel that I put in place. I'm the owner. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens? The Miami Heat become not relevant really anymore. Yeah, they're making it to playoffs and stuff like that, but they missed the playoffs a couple seasons, and you know, they never was able to get back to the glory days because of the stain that LeBron had left behind on a franchise. He's a franchise killer. Let's just keep it 100. And the only way that LeBron can win anything is if the league said, you know what, we're going to make sure that you win by any means, because he really doesn't have that type of mentality to pull through. It's always his teammates that pull him through on the credit, because he plays. It's about him and the media and everything. He's the one that trashes all the coaches and all the teammates and the system that he's a part of, because he is the system. The system. Right? That's why he wanted to get these coaches hired and fired. He goes back to Cleveland because he realized, oh, Cleveland got 3 #1 draft picks in a row. Anthony Bennett, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving, Anthony Bennett, and Andrew Wiggins. So he comes back to Cleveland and say, you know what? I'm coming home. Hit them thumbs up if you haven't. Algorithms, hit them thumbs up. Once he comes back to Cleveland, it's still not right for him because LeBron doesn't like playing with younger players, even though he was a young player at one time, and I think that's trauma. I think the fact that LeBron don't like playing with young players is trauma from when he came into the league, because nobody wanted to play with him. Carlos Boozer, Darius Miles, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't need LeBron. We're fine over here. We don't need this guy to come and try to, you know what I'm saying, take over life. They seen it early on. See, and that's why when people need to pay attention to the signs, this stuff is all perpetuated. When people don't even understand. LeBron came over to Cleveland. They didn't even want him. His teammates didn't want him. So now you have, when LeBron plays for a team and they get younger guys who happen to be like maybe the next in line or pretty good, high caliber players and high draft picks, he said, man, nah, I'm cool. We can flip them. Let's flip them and get some well-established players. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure these young players be like, man, I don't want to play with this dude either. So LeBron, that's all trauma from what LeBron experienced when he first came into the league. Now, he's showering that same level of emotion onto other young players coming into the league. So fast forward, they make that he makes the trade, Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota. Let's go get Kevin Love. Kevin Love was a 25 and 18 guy in Minnesota. One of the best young power forwards in the game. Bring Kevin Love over there. Kevin Love whole game changed. I need you to just still rebound. We're not really going to feature you like that, but if you're in the corner, I know you can shoot threes. I want you to sit at that three-point line, and don't worry, me and Kyrie got it. We going to feed you. You going to knock down shots. That's exactly what he did to Chris Bosh. So it's a pattern when you see LeBron James come to a franchise. It's the same pattern that happens every single time. And that pattern is, I'm running the show. I know we got a coach, but I'm going to undermine the coach. Most of the time, I'm not even going to listen to the plays that it's called. I'm going to drop an audible like Peyton Manning used to do for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to drop an audible. I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to tell you where to go, where you need to be. Don't worry. I'm smarter than the coach. And a lot of times, that's what you will see. LeBron disengaged. LeBron takes a leave of absence from the team. LeBron was able to get away and do what he wanted to do. You never seen Kobe or Jordan take a leave of absence from his team to try to regroup or go out of state or do whatever he did to get himself ready to play in a basketball game, because his numbers weren't that great during that period of time. When he went back to Cleveland, and before he left, he wasn't really having a great game statistically, because everybody liked to throw numbers out. LeBron is all about stats and efficiency. It's never about winning, but the NBA allows his teams to be on top, because it would look bad for the NBA to promote somebody as the face of the NBA and his team doesn't win. That's the way the NBA works. You cannot promote players as the best player in the league and don't allow that team to win. Because the NBA follows guidelines and a script when it comes to crowning NBA champions, when it comes to promoting certain players. You can't just promote a player on a team that's going to make the NBA a lot of money and that team be sorry and garbage. And if they do that, they are trying to figure out a way to get that player on a bigger market squad. That's how this works. They're going to try to figure out a way to get that particular player that they're promoting on a team that's maybe in a bigger market. And that's just what it is. So LeBron comes back from his hiatus and taking a leave of absence for the team because he is allowed to do whatever he wants to do. And then his numbers all of a sudden miraculously shoot up. Wait a minute. Where did you go and what did you do and why are your numbers just significantly better? And why do you look like you have a little bit more spring in your step? You're looking more energized. You're looking a little bit more younger. You're moving better. Where did you go? What did you do? Nobody questions that at all. Nobody. His camp, they don't talk about that stuff because the writing is on the wall. It's obvious, bro, that this dude has always been someone who needed the advantage in order to look good. Even when he was in high school, even when he was in AAU, He wasn't the best player on them teams. He was the most athletic. See, when you're more athletic than anybody else, it's easy for you to get to certain spots and to do certain things because you have a physical advantage over people. So if you can run like a cheetah and you're built like a grizzly bear, then of course you're going to be the best player on the court. When you're playing up against players that's 165 pounds less than you in weight and about 5 to 6 inches shorter than you. Because when he went up against players like Carmelo Anthony at Oak Hill Academy, you can tell that, okay, this dude right here, he's better than me, but I have a better team than him. You know what I'm saying? So now you get Carmelo Anthony, now you get LeBron on Cleveland. They're relevant again. So Cleveland went from being unrelevant to relevant for a little bit to back to unrelevant to relevant again. So now you get Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals for damn near 8 straight years. How many NBA Finals did Cleveland go to in a row? Can we keep it 100, y'all? How many NBA Finals did Cleveland go to in a row? Like 6, 4, 5 in a row. And the guy only was able to muster up 1 championship. So he figured out, he was like, you know what? I created the monster because guess what? If LeBron would have never went to Miami, KD would have never went to the Warriors. That was the whole player empowerment thing. KD probably would have went home, playing with John Wall, Bradley Beal at that time, which he ended up playing with Bradley Beal anyway later on in his career, which that was a fail last season. So you see the irony in all this, the hypocrisy. So LeBron created something which came back to bite him in the butt, because he tried to cheat his way and take a shortcut to want to be the greatest player ever. And it started when he seen Kobe win championships with Derek Fisher, Jordan Farmar, Sasha Vujacic, Josh Powell, Shannon Brown, Ron Artest, Trevor Ariza, Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, and you mean to tell me that you didn't need Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, Iman Shumpert, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis? You mean to tell me he didn't need all these players? LeBron was like, man, there's no way. I'm the face of the league. Come on, D-Wade. Let's be out to do something. And that's what you're saying. That was him doing something by taking a shortcut. You gotta crawl before you walk, homie. But LeBron never experienced what crawling looked like. See, people need to understand when you're cattle, bro. See, LeBron came out the womb already walking. He didn't have to work towards nothing. It was given to him. Everything. Single mom, no siblings. Think about it. Single mom, no siblings, but my child is the richest in the whole high school in a poverty-stricken city and area in Akron, Ohio, where there's nothing over there? How, Sway? You the only one in the city that got a Hummer? The teachers don't even have no Hummer. Where you getting all this money from, homie? Chosen, bro. Because they said, man, we can create somebody that we can market for the next 40 years. And his offspring Oh, we can get his offspring is going to carry on the legacy. We have something here. See, people don't even understand. That's why I always call LeBron a creative player, bro. Because he was chosen. And they've been glazing this guy ever since. And people are on the record saying Kobe is better, but they go on TV and then they say a whole nother tune. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I be like, man, some of these dudes on YouTube, it's weird because y'all say this dude is the greatest, but you don't even believe that. When you have barbershop talk, and your local, you know what I'm saying, neighborhood barbershops or rec centers, you're not talking about LeBron as the greatest because you'll look like a fool because you don't really have a real sustainable argument other than he scored more points. He doesn't have more championships than either Kobe, Tim Duncan, Magic, or LeBron. Or Kobe. Did I mention Kobe? Jordan. Think about it. The only way that they can give him an argument is to say, is to bring up longevity. Look what he's doing at year 25 and he's 43 years old and he's this. See, LeBron kills everything that he touches. So fast forward, he loses all these championships, right? What happens? He leaves Cleveland for a second time. On what God's green earth, if this dude is supposed to be the most unselfish guy in the world, why are you leaving all of these franchises and teams high and dry? Kobe never switched teams. Michael Jordan switched teams one time because he wanted to still prove that he can play in the NBA in the best situation for him at the time because Doug Collins was the coach of the Washington Wizards. He said, I got familiarity there. I'm going to go back and play for Doug Collins. It's a perfect situation. They're not that good. They're really not trying to build anything over here. Yeah, they got Jerry Stackhouse and, you know, they drafted Rip Hamilton and, you know what I'm saying? That's fine and dandy. And then they got the little young rookie. I can come over there and be like, you know, I can kind of like, you know, steal the spotlight and whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he went to the Washington Wizards. Think about this, y'all. Hit them like button, y'all. 19 people in the building, hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button real quick. That's free. You know what I'm saying? Most of everything is free when you fuck with me anyway. So that's what had happened, right? The guy is a journeyman. He's bouncing from team to team. This dude, bro, it ain't nothing really real about Cuz. Like, and I'll be trying to explain this to people, but I'm hating. So when he leaves Cleveland again, Cleveland turns back into Cinderella without the glass slipper. They're not relevant. They're not really winning anything. They're not going anywhere. Coach is getting fired. You know what I'm saying? He wanted Eric Spoelstra fired. He got 3 coaches fired in Cleveland. Maybe even 4. Paul Silas, David Black, and Tyronn Lue. They all gone. All up under LeBron watch. And he was trying to get Eric Spoelstra fired. So let's go over to La La Land. And see, LA was building something solid over there. The correct way, organically, through the draft, free agents. They didn't need nobody to come over there and try to make them a spectacle. You still had your regular Laker fan base because Kobe Bryant was still playing and on his way out, but he was turning it over to the younger guys. See, Kobe was going to be an advisor to the Lakers. See, people didn't even understand that. Kobe was going to end up being an advisor because a lot of those players and those guys that came up underneath Kobe respected Kobe and his work ethic. Even at the later years, they respected everything that he gave to the game. They watched him in practice show up early and stay late. They watched him put the work in. It's Kobe's body that didn't allow him to sustain the longevity that LeBron did for whatever reason. Because Kobe is human, actually. Like, come on, man. your body gonna break down. So if your body ain't breaking down, are you human? It's something tricky about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention. So he goes to LA. What does he do? Everybody must go. Everybody must go. He trades everybody. All the draft picks, all the first round picks that the Lakers worked so hard to rebuild up underneath Kobe Bryant, all of them gone. And then he says, you know what, we got to try to figure out a way to go. Let's go get AD. So he handpicks his players. Let's go get AD. What's good with it, man? I see you. Realty. Too smart. Everybody in the building. Hey, he go gets who? He said, I got to go get Anthony Davis. It was so unethically and unmorally done the way Anthony Davis exited the Pelicans. It was bad. It was real bad. And I was just like, man, do y'all see what's really going on, bro? So LeBron is the only way he can win. He's like, man, I need another player. Nobody else wanted to go play with him at that time. Anthony Davis was the only other guy out there that was like, oh yeah, man, I want to play for the Lakers. All of a sudden, he's a clutch client. What? Make it make sense. So LeBron gets over there. He load manages and fakes an injury that first year because he didn't want all that pressure. See, that was the excuse to say why they didn't get it done. Second year, they get all these players, Rondo, Dwight Howard. They get all these veteran players. See, these players are veterans. It's easy for LeBron to play with veterans rather than younger players. LeBron can't play with younger players. He has to play with veteran players. It's more comfortable for him. See, that's what people don't understand. It's a level of comfortability when you're talking about LeBron. See, LeBron right now on the Olympic team, he's in his element because he has a Steph Curry who we always say he wanted to play with. You know what I'm saying? He has a Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? It's like he is super excited that he's playing on this team. You see what I'm saying? So now, okay, first season he don't win. Second season he get all these veteran players. Okay, they win. They go. Boop, 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 boop. They're building something, right? The bubble happens. Da, 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 da. They look like they're first place team. They hire Frank Vogel. They hire Frank Vogel because the other coach prior to the Lakers, prior to Frank Vogel, had got fired under LeBron. See? You see the pattern? You see the trend? So he gets fired. Get LeBron James, right? Get Frank Vogel. Now it's an overhaul. Mr. Perfect was good. My bad. You right, Cam. Beneficial. That Ray Allen. I forgot to mention Ray Allen out of all these people. Ray Allen in Miami. He had to have all of these certain players to help this dude look good, bro. Because other than that, LeBron is just a numbers guy. He's not a winner without all of these Hall of Famers he played with. He doesn't have that mentality to get over the hump. He needs stuff to happen in his favor every time in order for him to win. He's not going to go through the grind. You know what I'm saying? He's going to alienate all of his teammates. And that's just the way this thing works. So pay attention. Once he wins this championship, everybody, that second year after that fake ass bubble ring, in which we don't even know if the Lakers would have won that season. Like, a lot of different things can happen. Just because you first place and you look like you're going to win, they went into a very strange situation. But this was a situation LeBron was already privy to. LeBron already knew that this was coming. This whole bubble shit, he knew it before all the rest of the motherfuckers. Everybody else was surprised by it. LeBron was already in those conversations. He was already sitting at the table with these politicians and stuff because he's one of the richest people and he's one of the most powerful people because he sold his soul to where he's privy to, he knows shit that's going on. That's why when the bubble first happened and they did the shutdown, he was like, I ain't even tripping. See, that's how you know it's about money. It's way more than basketball sometimes. I ain't even tripping, bro. I'm paid up. I don't know what the rest of these guys gonna do. You see what I'm saying? But he's supposed to be unselfish. You see that type of mentality and the way of thinking? You're thinking like a Republican or a Democrat, bro. It's all about you. You don't care about nobody else. At that time, Kyrie Irving was sacrificing all of his game checks and giving it to the workers of the stadiums, of the arenas, because they had families to feed, doing real humanitarian stuff. LeBron ain't never did no humanitarian stuff. And I don't want you to say for 1 second, don't bring up that I Promise school. Because a lot of them students in that I Promise school wasn't reading at a 5th grade level. Their math scores were very, very low. So it was all about the theatrics, the image. LeBron didn't open that school. He had an investor. He's not a control. He just has access to a lot of the resources because he's a puppet. So they'll put him as the face, but he really don't have, it's not him. He has a team of advisors, publicists, PR people, all type of people accountants, all type of people that's running the show for him. All he got to do is just show up and be the narcissist that he is. That's it. So after that first bubble ring, when they won that fake ass ring, right? Then what happens? The whole team got to go. Instead of running it back with a team, you be like, man, okay, Rondo and all these guys, everybody leaves and he gets a whole new team. And a lot of them players who left, they're not even in the league anymore. Danny Green, Rondo, Dwight Howard. The only people from that roster that's in the league is KCP and Kyle Kuzma. Think about it. And JaVale McGee. Think about it. Think about what's going on. Crazy. So then, a couple years later, the Lakers never ever returned to glory. It's like that bubble ring, it was like this, like an airplane. Lost one wing, and it's still holding on, and it's still holding on. They went to the up here, and then they get to the bubble, then they plateaued. So it plateaued, they flatlined out. And now what? It lost one wing, it needs to be repaired. They're still on the same plane. And it's just diving down slow. Ooh, and it's spiraling down. They're never ever going to be able to gain control of the plane and go up because the plane has to hit rock bottom, and you have to pretty much get a whole new plane. They don't have the parts to put the plane back together. And if you put new parts on an old plane, it's probably not going to fly and work the way it's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to, mesh with gravity. So the only thing that you can do is get a whole new plane. Alex Caruso, you right. Yep. So now you're seeing the Lakers in an unfamiliar place. The laughing stock of the NBA. All because they chose to go get one guy. And that one guy has a trend of destroying franchises. Period, point blank. And the NBA knows this because everything is always about him and about money. So now the Lakers, they're just getting whoever. They signing undrafted free agents. They drafting anybody and everybody, but not nobody that's going to be able to sustain and build that franchise back and get them back to their glory days. And guess what? Another coach fired. 2. Frank Vogel helped them win that bubble ring. He got fired in 2 years. And then they hired Darvin Ham, and he wasn't even able to fulfill his whole contract. Darvin Ham gets fired after his second year. His first year, he goes to a Western Conference Finals. One series away from going to the big thing. He gets fired. What are we talking about? Why? It's Darvin Ham's fault? Really? The common denominator is always somebody outside of LeBron. But it's never him. Is that ironic? Do you guys find that ironic? That's just weird, bro. Like, why? It makes no sense, bro. The dude has destroyed the NBA. And the only thing that players can and all these analysts can say, oh wow, they give LeBron so much praise because it's already in the script. You have to say good things about him. So now the Lakers are destroyed. They draft Dalton Connect. So they got 2 Austin Reeves on their team. We talking about the LA Lakers. So is either Austin Reeves or Dalton Connect supposed to be the second coming of Jerry West? Jerry West was a different monster. Rest in peace to the logo. And one of the greatest to ever do it. Jerry West was a different monster. I doubt that Dalton Connect or Austin Reeves has any kind of Jerry West in their blood. So we need to really be honest with what we're seeing, bro. We're seeing a demise of a democracy and the LA Lakers. And I put both of them, I correlate both of those in reference to each other because our democracy, as it stands right now, there's a lot of confusion over there. They don't know what direction they want to go. But they'll sit there and lie to you in the media and say all these good things to make everything sound like it's good and it's golden, and it's not. And it's the same thing with the Lakers. All these good things to just build people up to get their hopes up high, and it's like, wow. Because what can anybody say about the Lakers in these last 10 years? Oh, man, it's always a numbers thing. But when it comes to winning, is the conversation ever like, man, yeah, we be winning, we be, you know what I'm saying, we in the finals? No. You added the one guy that was sent to destroy your franchise. And I told everybody from the beginning, I can't rock with the Lakers anymore, bro, if they get LeBron. If LeBron go to the Warriors, I'm not rocking with the Warriors. If he go to the Bulls, I'm not rocking with the Bulls. Teams that I grew up loving from day one since I started following basketball. For various reasons. I'm cool, bro. Get away from my squad. And now they're doing the same thing with this Olympic team. LeBron is the face of the Olympic team. LeBron was voted by all of his players as the best player in these Olympics. Already, through these little practices and everything, they voted him as the best player. That's a media-driven narrative. And everybody else has to shut the fuck up. Because you know who was second? Steph Curry was second, obviously. And Kawhi was in there too. And everybody talking about Kawhi. Nothing wrong with Kawhi. Do y'all see how springy he dunking and all this? All of a sudden your inflammation went away? Come on, man. Nothing wrong with Kawhi. I keep telling y'all this, bro. So now LeBron is voted as the best player in camp, in Olympic camp. It's all media-driven narrative. Oh, he's 40 years old. If he's the best player, why can't he lead the Lakers to winning? Why do they come up short every year outside of the bubble year? In which they probably even came up short that year, but it was easy for him to win that year. Why? It don't make no sense, man. I got other things to say, but I'm at work. So I need to get on up in here, tackle this day real quick with, some of my obligations and things I got to do. I appreciate all y'all, bro. I didn't get the chance to go through all of the stuff, bro. Cam Beneficial, bro. Cam, there you go, Cam Beneficial. Put you on the game. Put you in game, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, other channel. Okay, Cam. For sure. It's all good, bro. Appreciate you. Real Too Smart, what's good? G242, I see you. Real Latif, Mr. Perfect, what's happening with it, man? Yes. LeBron's style of play doesn't contribute to winning basketball. Like Kobe said about Harden, they play the same style. This is why super teams is needed. Mm-hmm. Brandon Pearson, salute, man. What's good with you, Cuddy? I see you. But I'm going to let y'all marinate on that, though. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that. The dude is a franchise destroyer. So, salute to y'all, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. If you didn't, catch the stream in its entirety, make sure you go back and rewind it, share it, like it. And, we going to tap in later, bro. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much, bro, from the bottom of my heart. We got NBA Summer League moving to Vegas starting today. So it's all love, bro. I appreciate everybody. You already know what it is, man. It's the real E-Leezy. Love, live, life, smile, cry, and laugh, bro. Hey, Cam, that's a good question. Why is Jaylen Brown the second highest paid player in NBA history with the largest contract and the Western Conference Finals MVP and the MVP not on Team USA? You mean to tell me that Devin Booker is better than Jaylen Brown? Come on, man. You cannot get me to believe that Devin Booker is better than Jaylen Brown, bro. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Tyrese Halliburton gets a nod over Jaylen Brown? So you mean to tell me you got two Boston teammates on Team USA, but not Jaylen Brown? We're going to think about that one right there. See, Jaylen Brown too powerful of a man. He too smart for him, bro. They don't like that. When he came out and said that I'm going to bridge the economic gap in Boston, out of all places, what, in Massachusetts? What, for underprivileged people, mostly black people? What? They was like, oh no, this dude, he a little too powerful. Let's give him his flowers. Let's let him get this MVP and this Western Conference MVP. Man, we don't want him too big. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention. Politics is always running the show at the end of the day. So, but salute to my people, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro. You know what it is, real E-Leezy. I'm gone.